morning. This is Monday Fun Day, and this is Monday Morning Mindset. And what is mindset, and why does it matter? So mindset is a combination of your thoughts and your feelings that impress into your heart, and it affects your attitude and your energy and every single decision that you make all day long, every single day. So mindset it's critically important, and it's the number one thing that you need to be concerned about every single day. And so our oil today is the oil of ginger. And so the oil of ginger, it has to do with helping us overcome feelings of lack in the emotional world, in the feelings world, in our feeling state. And so the way that you use ginger is a very different way for your feelings and for anything else. I love using this oil in cooking. And so the aroma is so important to helping us with every aspect of our life. And so the oil of ginger, I love it. It's so good for so many different things. And yet, lack. Have you ever felt like not enough? Like lack is simply not enough. And that you're not enough, you don't have enough, there's not enough. Just simply that feeling of lack. And so I have this story that I really wanted to share with you, and it's a story about a girl. And so I'm going to read it. It says, there was a girl who could do anything in the world she wanted. All she had to do was choose something and focus. So one day she sat down in front of a blank canvas and began to paint. Every stroke was more perfect than the next, and slowly and gracefully converging to build a flawless masterpiece. And when she eventually finished painting, she stared proudly at her work and smiled. It was obvious to the clouds and the stars and to her and to everyone who's seen her painting and everyone who was watching her that she had a gift. She was an artist. She was an artist. And she knew it too. She felt it in every fiber of her being. But after a few moments after she finished the painting, she got anxious and quickly stood up, because she realized that while she had the ability to do anything in the world she wanted to, she was simply spending her time moving paint around on a canvas. And so she felt like there was so much more in the world to do and to see, so many options, so many possibilities. And if she ultimately decided to do something else with her life, then all the time that she spent painting would just be wasted. So she glanced at her masterpiece one last time, and she walked out the door into the moonlight. And as she walked, she thought, and then she walked some more. And while she was walking, she didn't notice that the clouds and the stars who were trying to signal to her, because she was so preoccupied with an important decision she had to make. She had to choose one thing to do out of all of the possibilities in the world, and she was good at anything. She could do anything. She could be a teacher, she could design buildings, and so she didn't make a decision. She kept on walking and just going through life. And 25 years later, she was sitting by herself, and she became extremely sad, and she actually began to cry, because she realized she had been basically just walking around for 25 years. And she had become enamored with so many things that she could do that she didn't actually apply herself to anything. And all of a sudden, she realized that the endless possibilities didn't mean anything at all. She learned that at last in her life, that possibility wasn't what she needed to do. She needed to decide, to make a decision to do something that was meaningful to her. And so obviously this girl was no longer a young girl anymore, and she purchased a canvas and she began to paint. And one stroke gracefully led to another. And she smiled as she continued painting through the day, and she realized that she had finally made a decision. And there was time left for her to do exactly what she wanted to do and exactly what she was good at doing. And so I think this is often how a lot of us face life. We know that there's so many things that we could do, and instead of making a decision and putting all of our energy in, we look at what we don't have, we look at the lack, we feel like there's not enough of maybe this, maybe we just feel a lack within ourselves that maybe this isn't the right decision. And so we have an inability to make decisions. And that's the biggest lack that most people have in their life, is the inability to make a decision. And so use your ginger all week this week to help you move over that feeling of your lack, of your inability to make a decision. Do the thing that you love, and make a commitment, and then dedicate yourself to it. And you're going to have an absolutely amazing week. Thank you for joining me. Oh, it looks like Amber, you joined me this morning. Thank you so much for joining me live. I am actually in a completely different time zone, and so I'm doing this at a different time than our time in Alberta. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and we shall see you soon. Bye for now.